Ow. Ow, Rammy boys. No, no. Ow, Rammy boy. Fuck.
Ram him back.
No, ow, Rammy boys, no. Keith, I need help. No, I'm dead.
Well.
There were so many Rammy boys.
Did you get your original stuff back before you died?
Yes.
I don't remember if multiple corpses can exist at once.
I got all my things.
You're really having trouble down here.
You're really being a smug
Yeah.
small dick.
I got a yellow slug.
Oh, good.
Smugness earned. I'm gonna go stick it in something.
Ah.
Did you like that sentence?
Ladies.
Ladies. Slug ladies. Preferably. Don't slugs have sex by stabbing each other?
Some of them do, yeah.
I think they just like shoot a needle out and it's like, we fucked now. It's like, that wasn't fun at all for anyone.
Yeah, I mean...
I've impaled you with babies.
Fish also don't really have much in the way of fun whilst reproducing.
No.
Where it's like, I'm gonna shoot my munge over here.
No.
And then in like 3 days when you come by when you're not busy or something,
They just kind of have two. They just kind of have two outputs. They have poop and they have other. And when they other, then they make more of them.
Yep.
I wonder how
Nature sure
aware.
is beautiful.
When you do that kind of stuff, I wonder how aware they even have to be at all, or if it, or if it's like they just are like passively recreating more of themselves without even recognizing it.
I don't know. I guess so.
Or if it's variable from fish to fish. I don't know. There's a couple fish downstairs that they protect. They have like a HQ and they're like guarding it.
I've heard that like pufferfish are super curious and like borderline social. On the other hand, that's basically the only fish I've heard of that has that property. So I would imagine that most fishies don't have much in the way of brainy.
I am pumping up our production even more.
Also, turns out there's an iron ore field actually fairly close to our base. It's like halfway between our base and the
Neat. Hook it
base
up.
elevator.
Hook that shit up. Hook that shit up.
I could, but I'm trying to get my Stussies. My very important has no function in the game yet, Stussies.
Yeah. My need to make more coal has been kicked further down the line, even further, because of that yellow slug. So I just jammed a 50% increase into both of the coal mines.
Oh, good.
So now I can add even more coal generators around this area until we have 1,000 billion power. Hooray.
I would like that, yes.
Then I'll never have to like plan or change things.
Yeah.
How do I make a box again?
You might as well just shove a power slug in me, because I am 50% on board with this idea.
How dare you, bird?
Were you about to say something to that effect?
No, I just saw what you did.
What did I did?
When you made the workshop, you put it backwards.
Yeah.
Facing a wall.
Yeah.
How do you make boxes in this game? I've never made one.
You make they're like the personal boxes or something.
One of the issues is there's so many menus. So like, do I go Q or do I go there or there? Oh, there it is. Personal storage box.
Bird, there are nuts in this area. You might want to get them before heading out. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna probably watch a bunch of Veritasium after this stream so I can learn another educational YouTuber to make fun of.
That's gonna be your new shtick.
Making fun of it's gonna be my new shtick until I get bored of it really quickly.
Whoa, I have 78 nuts. Hope I don't get bored of them. I've got so many nonsense items. I just made a box to just put them in. Because it's just my screen. I just have so much random garbage in my inventory that I have no no solution for.
I really don't trust you with the phrase "put in." anymore after what happened about a minute ago.
What?
When you were like, I just need something to stick my gruck in.
I mean, you don't trust my 50% increased coal output? I can turn it off.
No, that's fine.
You're gonna be judgy
You're
about
misunderstanding
it.
what I'm saying, but I am gonna judge you. The best kind of judgment is as confusing as it is inappropriate.
I'm gonna judge you like an animal.
Your whole existence is flawed. Here's a sheet showing why I think that.
God, what am I even gonna do with some of this stuff? My hierarchy of coal is just noise, and I don't really have necessarily a plan of where to go next with it. Wow. But I just want to keep adding more power so we never have that problem again. I gotta stay ahead of the curve so that we don't fuck it up again. We'd never do that.
My phone just vibrated with a notification. Apparently you're streaming. So I'm probably gonna hop off here to watch you stream.
Why are you even getting that notification now?
I'm not sure why I just got it.
Also, do you have notifications turned on my channel?
Apparently.
So do you get a notification every time I upload, which is like 10 times a day?
No. I only get it when you stream.
Can you do streaming specific notifications?
Apparently so, sir.
I've never turned on streaming. I mean, I've never turned on notifications.
Me neither.
What? Wait. Plot hole.
I dropped a yellow power slug. No, I didn't. I have the yellow power slug here. Fuck!
Did you drop it?
No.
Did you drop it, bird? What'd you do, bird? Share with the class.
I just, you know, sometimes I've got to deal.
Share with the class, bird.
All right. It's kind of funny when you drop the slug, it just sits on the ground like a slug would.
Going nowhere.
Right. Ah!
Sluggishly.
I saw an enemy. He scared the
I had
shit
to
out
come
of me.
back with more tracks. It is nice being able to just ride the conveyor
Yeah.
on the way back.
Another person in my chat says that they have learned nothing about this game during their stay here, which really bodes poorly for my Birdcatcher Edutainment channel move that I'm going to be making.
It's also a dense ass genre of
Yes,
games.
it is. Oh.
Just an ass.
Hey, Vsauce, Birdcatcher here. How dense can an ass get?
Like if you just randomly open a stream of like Factory or Satisfactory with no context, like episode 50, and be like, oh yes, I'll understand this.
Yeah.
That was my disheartening attempted sell on getting my brother to try out Factorio, because he's talking about how bored he was and shit. I'm like, yeah, just look it up. He opened a Factorio stream and he's like, this doesn't look appealing at all, and it was just like fucking noise on the screen, basically. And it's like,
fair,
and that was the one
very fair.
and that was the one chance that I had to sell him on it. It's like, oh shit.
I think I found those like African trees that always appear on the cover of Africa books.
One of the things I've generally found is that
the Boab trees or whatever they're called.
like the ones you
Probably a whole
like
woods
the
of
ones you
them.
can drink from in Subnautica.
Yeah, the ones you can drink from in Subnautica, exactly.
Yeah.
I found the whole woods of them, and they
The
look
whole
really cool.
Woods.
Yeah.
Neat. Are
I'm
you in
gonna
the
explore
desert?
this area once I come back and drop off my Stussies.
Whoa, frame rate.
Oh, fucking no.
You better drop off that Stussie before you die.
No!
Is that the sound of you dying,
No!
bird? Are you dying?
Oh, God, Rams.
You wouldn't go and die on me, would you, bird?
I very well would and will and
It'd be
am.
really bad for your
Ow!
Stussieing.
It's so bad for my Stussies. Don't stop, please. I
How's
beg
it
you.
feel, bird?
It feels very bruised and tender.
Yeah.
I see the coal. I see the coal. Nothing bad can happen to me if I head towards the coal. I almost fell off of a cliff into the coal mine area.
Oh, that's the hazard of running in a straight line. Yeah, hopefully at some point, maybe even in the current build, I don't know, they'll hopefully have like a technology tier where like in order to accomplish those things you have to get stuff from every biome.
Yeah, I really want to encourage,
because you definitely need incentive to go all these places.
Yep.
There's so much world. Yeah, we're we've got about 30 motors and about 200 frames to go.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a bit still.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be the rest of the stream unless we start like trying to automate this more.
If it's not done by the end of the stream, we'll probably just let it run for a bit, just so it's over. And then we can start the next stream by launching it. Yay! And finding out what our next big task is.
Okay.
You've had shocking restraint, by the way.
With what?
You didn't even make a truck.
You know, I thought about it, but
did you forget it was there?
No, the reason I didn't make it was because it required at the time it required a bunch of stuff that I didn't really want. And then or I really didn't want to make it. It was like steel crap and stuff like that. Oh,
it looks like a tractor's made of 10 rotors, 5 beacons, and 2 frames.
I'll have you know that I will not be caught dead driving a tractor.
And then you make a truck station.
Do I look like smarter every day?
Can be automated to pick up and deliver resources at truck stations. Whoa, this game's equivalent of trains.
It's a train.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah,
you drive a tractor and like you program it to have a certain path. That's weird.
So all this stupid ass coal conveyor belt that we did was completely wrong.
Yay. I mean, I don't know. We don't know how viable those things are or how they work.
Fair.
Also,
Fair.
do you want a car to drive the path that we had? That seems hard.
I mean,
I guess you could make a path in the sky. A sky bridge.
Yeah, you can make a sky bridge.
The thing we always do. It's always the inevitable thing that happens every time I play Minecraft. Is you make a huge sky bridge across a chunk of the map. Like partly as just a landmark when people explore in random directions, but also just because it's like the only way to get around sometimes.
Yeah, because you don't want to just constantly be bumbling around the terrain, not being able to actually get anywhere.
Yeah, who would do that? Funny joke.
Got something you want to confess to the class there? Got something you want to confess to the class?
You got something you want to fucking enunciate?
No.
No? This is how we talk now?
Hey everybody, Birdcatcher here.
Today
we're gonna learn how to sound like an illiterate dumbass.
I made the Phantom Menace.
Just put your lips together and then speak without moving them.
And then direct 4 Star Wars movies.
Oh my god, he sounds exactly like that.
Yes.
You're right. Gonna have a little guy named Jar Jar Binks.
I may have gone too far in a few places.
Yeah.
Jar Jar's actually really integral. We've never had a character that's funny before.
Make the power shards and put them into the modular frames while I'm here. There we go. Now
it's weird seeing the quirk of how like certain things build stuff in certain patterns. So like the modular frame track just modular frame track just always has 2 modular frames together in pairs.
Yeah.
Traveling slowly.
It is really strange because like the patterns aren't consistent because we never build anything the same way twice because we're too good for that. So it's just really weird to watch sometimes what comes out of our shit burgers.
Like there's just a lot of stuff builds 1 at a time, so it's really straightforward, but like there's just weird things like how modular frames get built 2 at a time, and then like screws get built 5 at a time. So now that the tracks are fast or whatever, or at least fast enough that they're not all in a continuous stream, you'll just see these machines spit out like bursts of product.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna put 1 power core into this one, I guess.
Put 1 core in front of the other.
It looks like we're really slowed down on reinforced iron plates.
Well,
Like absolutely hamstrung on them.
is it because its input is slow?
Let me look at the reinforced iron plate. I think it's just because we have one single assembler trying to... Oh, it's still on conveyor ones.
Ah.
Let me try upgrading this and seeing if that helps. Which it won't, but it might help a little.
Is it the input to it or the output to it or what? Oh, I guess the output... Even the output wouldn't be that slow because it's just a continuous rate.
You'd think that, but it's really slow. Because it's conveyor Mark III. So, well, okay, whatever. I'm gonna upgrade this shit, and we're gonna... I mean, that's vital that we do that.
It's kind of a quirk, at least something that I kind of subscribe to in like Factorio and this, is that like a weird quirk of the situation is that like distances don't matter.
Yeah, it's all about the speed at which your logistics are moving. It's really kind of
Well, it's like
cool
you
that's the
can
case.
you can set up a giant conveyor or a super short conveyor. Like spreading stuff out like crazy tends to not matter.
Right, because it's just about
It's about the rate.
like, flow rather than
It's like
else.
how far away the thing is determines how long it takes for the first thing to arrive there. But after that, it's just a continuous rate, and so it's functionally the same as if it was right next to it.
Yep, you are correct.
That's always been like a weird feeling about this whole thing, is that it works that way. You're like, oh yeah, right. Shipping distances just don't matter.
I feel like what we want to probably start doing is we need to make more screws. Because if we make more screws, then we'll be able to start upgrading our... well, we might be able to make a second assembler for reinforced iron plates.
Yeah,
oh.
it seems like it might be the kind of thing where the only way to upscale it is to actually make more of every component of it.
Yeah.
Basically. More coal. You must generate maximum coal. It's literally the opposite of what that means. Because we're putting coal into it to generate power. No, we are generating coal in the coal generator. That's why they call it that. Obviously.
Very good, Keith. I like when your content is meaningful and insightful.
Oh yeah? Let me know when.
Oh, okay. I'll let you know when I'll fucking send out
when I'm meaningful and insightful.
Yeah.
That's gonna mean.
I will use the presidential national alert system to send out a notification about that.
You probably have clearance for that too.
Oh. All right, we need more screws, so we need to just like have more screw providers. And we need more iron rods for that, I'm sure.
If you could just absolutely never run out of power, that'd be great. I mean, out of conveyors. Please, me. I would like infinite conveyors.
Let's try upgrading this now, too. And am I feeding... What's the rate of...
What?
This thing? Huh?
It won't... Weird. Oh, I was bugged. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
I was switching to power pole, and it was keeping the recipe in the middle of my reticle for conveyor Mark III. It was just sitting there being like, yeah, you have everything you need to make a conveyor Mark III. But while I was
yeah.
staring at a red power pole, and I'm like, why can't I place the power pole? And it's because it was not switching to the requirements for a power pole. It was just staring at me, dead-eyed, like, what do you want from me? Oh no, I have all these iron plates in my inventory. Oh no. What I need is iron rods for my power pole. Don't mind me just manually smelting like a fucking rube.
Yeah, it's okay. We all know.
You don't have to agree with me.
I know.
I like to. Oh yeah. It's, yeah, the crafting screen straight up like heats up the longer you keep doing it.
Yeah, it's actually really kind of a nice touch.
And vaguely threatening.
Yeah.
Just don't explode while I'm touching you.
This produces 15 iron rods per minute.
Phrasing.
This smelter consumes 15 per minute. And then so does this one, so I don't understand why or how we're able to... What? Hang on. I don't understand this.
Trying to figure out what's lagging in this process.
It's like nothing is, which is really strange. So like our screw production is, it seems like it's this, it's like maximum, it's like, I don't know, it looks like it's perfectly balanced between consumption and output, but
then reality happens.
well, no, the issue is that that's the way it is in reality, but like the iron rod manufacturer thing is totally backed up, even though, okay, let me back this up. So, and we have an iron rod producer that produces 15 iron rods per minute. Out of that, we have 2 screw producers that consume 15 iron rods per minute. However, the iron rods are totally backed up, and both machines are doing fine. So we're producing.
So we're somehow producing way more?
Yeah, we're producing half the amount of rods I would expect we would be. But
could it be that those machines are underproducing? Like they're not getting the other resource fast enough that they need?
Screw machines only need iron rods.
Does the thing producing iron rods make multiples of them? Or something? Like,
how would I check that?
I don't know. I'm just talking about how like whenever the screw thing makes screws, it puts out 5 at a time. Like I wonder if that's related at all.
That may be the case, yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, what
definitely just
What's
making shit up.
Okay, good.
Neat. We have more power. We have about double the power we had at the beginning of the session now. But part of me just wants to keep going to a risk aversion. No, we're at 720, which is a lot. That's many power.
Wow, that's not a prime number.
That's
of power.
some fat stacks of power.
Yeah. If you were to tell me that that is that much power, I would say, wow, that's power.
Many power. That is an stack of power.
Okay, if I come over here and I make a constructor, and I just try to jam this into wherever.
Oh yeah, I see the trees you were talking about. They look weird.
They do look weird.
They're
yeah, I was gonna explore those. Okay, work on the base
later. They look like
trees.
wrong.
Okay, I got my chainsaw. I'm gonna go on an adventure to chop down one of those fat asses.
Don't know if that'll work. But give it a go.
Nature can't stand the might of my chainsaw.
Yep, that doesn't work. I thought I'd try chainsawing the giant rocks that definitely are gonna get blown up at some point. Nope, that's not the solution. We're definitely blowing those rocks up at some point, though. There's definitely, like, obvious Zelda rocks that you blow up with a bomb or something.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
Because they're, like, blocking paths that we'd want to go to.
They're blocking paths, and then they have like little crackies in them.
Yeah. You can blow them like a.
Yep. Okay,
And
we're
then
at
they get-
340
and then they
out
get
of 500. We're at 340 out of 500 modular frames, and we have all the motor rotors in where they need to be.
Neat. And jump on the speed track. Zip. My character vibrates when he's on this thing. You can see his paint gun just vibrating in place.
It's weird to me that this gigantic space elevator is basically constructed and maintained by 2 people.
Yeah. Also, it can disappear if you left click on it on accident.
Also true.
Which terrified me. When I was moving the tracks, I was like, oh. Like for a second there, I highlighted the entire space elevator. I'm like, that feels wrong.
That shouldn't go away. Huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That would be bad for us if we did that.
No. Okay. I just almost fell off a couple of cliffs, but don't worry, because I didn't.
But I wanted to do the suggestion of worry anyway. Just to test that you care.
Hint, you don't.
Oh.
Well, do you? Do you refute
Do
the
you?
statement?
I don't refute shit. Or what are we refuting?
oh.
I lost track of which side of the toggle we're on. I don't know what to
honest,
feel
I do
anymore.
too.
Yeah. which part of the quadruple negative are we on?
It's like a circle jerk, but everyone shows up with a line.
Yeah, it totally is a reinforced iron problem. Let's see.
Yep.
Well, I'm back now after dealing with the part where our power turned off, so
Okay.
let's look at shit. Oh, so you have 2 modular frame builders? Yeah.
Yeah.
We need more reinforced iron. And I have to trace it back like a thread through a maze in order to even find it.
That would be a pretty funny edutainment YouTube channel. Be like, hey everyone, Keith here. Let's look at some shit.
Yeah.
Wow, isn't that interesting?
I'm like the
Up next, look at this shit.
I'm like Bilbo stuck in Gollum's cave, where I've got to like follow a thread out to find out how to get out of this place. I think it basically is.
Wow,
We
isn't
just.
that interesting? Now look at this shit over here.
I think we just want to make another foundry, another assembler.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. It seems to be getting resources fast enough to continually build iron plates. It's just
Yeah,
that's
that works.
that's just how long it takes to make an iron plate, even though it's at freaking 250 times speed.
Yeah, well, make more.
Yet. There's so much space to make more in too. It definitely won't be a massive headache.
Up next, we're gonna interview this guy who says he's an expert on shit.
I'll be the judge
What's
of
your
that.
favorite kind of shit? I like the big shit.
I like the
Wow!
My favorite shit is the poopy shit. The poopiest.
Why am I laughing at this?
Because you're tired and your job stresses
very
you out,
tired.
so you need a release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be psychoanalyzed. I just wanted to look at some shit.
But what if that is the joke?
Wow, coming up next, we got some brain shit. Did you know if you don't sleep, your brain gets tired? Wow, that's some shit.
All right, Rick.
I guess it does sound like Rick, kind
You
of.
sound like you're in like a I'm the random channel episode of every season.
There was only one good one. And by that I mean season.
And they went back
Shots
to it
fired.
every year because they want to be the scary door, but they're not.
But
It's not as good as the scary door.
the first interdimensional TV episode is by far the best episode of Rick and Morty.
Is it?
It's either that or Meeseeks.
It didn't leave an impact. Meeseeks is pretty good.
Yeah, okay. Well, I loved interdimensional TV. I loved it for one statement alone, which was when Rick walks by and is like, you guys are backing the wrong conceptual horse here. And I was like, oh my god, that's the most meta joke I think I've ever heard.
Well, they
And
do
then-
like their meta.
Yeah.
I we have so many layers of spaghetti, but the worst one of them all is the one that we would have most likely even if we weren't spaghettiing, which is the fucking power. Just trying to find anywhere to link your thing into is always a headache.
Not really. Just put down a power pole every time you put down a new building.
I try to.
And then link it.
And shockingly, it gets harder every time. And I'm just sitting here like, shoppingly.
Ah.
Welcome to Shopping Channel.
No.
Guess what we do?
Buy some shit. Just that one guy, just shit guy is on every single channel.
Shit guy. What a dubious honor.
Coming up next on Cooking with Shit Guy, we're gonna cook some shit.
That's the show.
Welcome back. All right, we got a mound of shit over here. We got some flour and shit. We got the shit stirrer. We're gonna put it all together. We're gonna see what the fuck comes out.
The shit stirrer.
Boy, that's a cloudy, murky,
also known as the news.
Oh my god. Very nice. Turns out Anderson Cooper was shit guy all along.
I mean, that was basically the surprise news.
Yeah. Oh,
Anderson
God.
Cooper comes out as shit guy.
Wow, turns out that this shit tastes like shit. Who could have seen that coming?
What is
man.
this?
This is what happens when, in the nuclear winter, there's only one person operating all of television.
Oh no. Three dog.
Credits roll. It's like starring shit guy, produced by shit guy, filmography shit guy, audiography
1 through
shit
67.
Oh god. Oh man.
I've almost linked it up, which is only amplifying the spaghettification nature of our base.
Have you noticed if you run around with this chainsaw, it looks like you have a can of Pepsi in it? Yeah. There's a can of Pepsi in the chainsaw.
Very good, Bird.
Don't give me that shit, guy. What the fuck? It's a dodo. Ah, no, Randy's.
It's a dodo.
There's a dodo over here.
Yeah,
And there's Rammies that are working
talking about
very...
the little birds that crawl around on the floor, or is there actually a dodo?
They're little dodos.
Are they dodo-like at all?
Yes, because they're extinct.
I mean, he's right there. Pretty much his primary confirmable characteristic is his lack of being extinct right now.
No, if I go to like a museum and I see a dodo there, the dodo's still extinct.
Yes. But that's...
Let's check my emails real quick.
That thing's right there. You can see it. You can touch it.
So
in a moment, you're probably going to eat it.
You're not allowed to touch shit at a museum. What kind of museums do you go to?
This isn't
What?
Is Satisfactory. Is not museum. Is video game.
Are you saying that video games can't be put into a museum? Because when I went to the museum,
not according to Roger Ebert.
Well, you know what he has to say these days? Nothing. He did.
Yep, and yet people have been fighting the specter of his opinion for the last like 10 years. Because gamers are nothing if not insecure about what an old man might say about their art form right before he dies.
Right before they dies.
He's so perfectly infuriating. He's like, video games aren't art. And then he just died. As if to punctuate the sentence. Just to piss off an entire industry of people that he largely didn't engage with and didn't care about. So it was like a really pointless thing to get mad about, but they've never gotten over it. People can't stop going over that topic of like whether or not video games are art ad nauseum.
So, I see. Did we increase our screw production, or is it just still the same?
It's basically the same.
Okay. Well, we're gonna need to.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to increase our screw production. So I think that what I'll make is probably a constructor, but I'll use the alternate recipe because there's nothing. There's no way.
You don't want to just keep going further with that?
No, I really can't.
Hey, it
But
hooked
what I
up.
can
Yay.
Is mess things
Plates.
up real bad.
Plates. Plates.